going, folks. There's a new wind blowing like I've never known. I'm breathing deeper than I've ever done, and it sure feels good to finally feel the way I do. I wanna love somebody like you. I'm bringing it up on my lonely yesterday, forgiving myself for the mistakes I made. Now there's just one thing, the only thing I wanna do. I wanna love somebody like you. I wanna feel the sunshine shining down on me and you, with your arms around me. Baby, there ain't nothing in this world I can do. We got a great time. We're talking about bunkies. If you could comment, where are you tuning in from, and what is the temperature where you're at? This is a live interactive show. We're going to get right to all the details of how to rock this contest. If you're an American, you are eligible. If you're a Canadian, stay tuned, because we'll do another one again, maybe in the fall, maybe in the winter. But if you're an American citizen / resident in one of the eligible states, almost all 50 of them, this is for you. I'll be right back in just a few seconds. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about the contest in just 1 second. Hi, I'm David Fraser, founder of Bunkie Life. We're in the building industry, but what we're famous for are small log cabin kits called bunkies that can be easily built in a weekend without needing any special skills, tools, or second mortgages. Ultimately, we help our clients create extra space for meaningful connection. Yes, we help our clients get a cool bunkie, but if you think it's just about the bunkie, you've already missed the point. Really, what this is about is creating the space and time for more meaningful connection. Having a bunkie is just part of that journey.
Mary just mentioned Bunkie Life family, and I really feel like something like this and just the whole experience is we did more than just buy a bunkie.
It's not just about the space, but what happens in the space, how it enables more connection. It allows you to spend that quality time with friends and family. It allows you to be there for each other in both senses of the phrase.
Merry Christmas!
Our family realized this when we were going through a tough time. We needed our family beside us. We had created that extra space with our own bunkie in our own backyard, and we realized how truly important it is to have the whole family together. Bunkie Life is the market leader in educational videos and content as we pioneer this growing industry. Our goal is to be the go-to source for fun, friendly, and helpful advice for families, whether they buy from us or not. Our core offering is an easy-to-build or built-for-you bunkie kit. This helps our clients quickly and easily create extra space without any building experience. We're proudly a Canadian-made family business right here in Ontario. Our bunkie is often the difference between that friend or family member coming to visit or not, being there for each other or not. The reason we do this is we believe family comes first. And when it comes to being there for each other, there are no do-overs. That's one of the reasons we've partnered with Ronald McDonald House Charities in their goal of keeping families close. Because ultimately, we want to help build a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. We've committed to donating a night's stay at a Ronald McDonald House for every bunkie we sell. Hey guys, I brought you this huge novelty check.
Oh,
Check it out.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
David, this is incredible.
My God. And as of the end of 2023, our team and our Bunkie Life community have been proud to donate close to $200,000. I get up every morning excited to help families create extra space for meaningful connection. Thanks so much for listening, and I can't wait to hear from you. All right, folks, we're live. It's going to be an awesome time. I'm pumped up. I hope you can hear me. Yes. Okay, cool. So people, if you can hear me, let me know. I'm going to just rock through the comments here. Hold on a minute. There I can't. Okay, there. So people are saying we got people from all over the place. We got Reno, Nevada, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm assuming. Central Massachusetts was over 90 today. Very cool. Tallahassee, only 85. That's like about what it's like in Ontario today. So I've seen the full gambit. I was actually in Mississippi this last week and Tennessee, and then drove all the way back to Ontario today. And so I've seen it all as well. It's interesting to see that North Carolina is actually nicer than Ontario. Now it's actually Kimberly, Orangeville, Ontario, 30 plus. So that's Celsius. So you double it, you add 30, that's like 90 something. Yeah, it is hot. Orangeville is really near where I am. So cool. And I noticed some people, hold on, I'm going to throw some comments on. I noticed some people are saying, let me just try to find people like that. The feels like. I like the feels like. Yeah. East Tennessee, 81. Feels like 84. The feels like. I love the... That's like up here, we talked about the wind chill. Oh, yeah, it's minus 10, but with the wind chill, it'll kill you. Like, that's kind of like a way of saying I'm tougher than I actually am. So, awesome. Good for you guys. Thanks, everyone, tuning in. So, we are excited to be announcing, I guess this is kind of the first thing we've talked about publicly. We are doing our first ever USA only contest. Now, my Canadian friends that are watching this, we've done roughly 10 or more Canadian only contests or Ontario only contests. So it's the Americans' turn. In January, we did a dual contest. So it was both America and Canada. It was like a North American wide contest, and that went great. But this time it's just about America, and we'll probably do a Canada only one at some point as well to go back to our roots. So, no shade on either country. We love both our southern neighbors and our Canadians. We are a Canadian company. Everything that we sell pretty much is made in Canada, except for bathroom Bunkie. And so we're excited. So today, this is kind of the precursor to a larger group of live streams. I'll talk about that. But the focus of tonight's presentation is just like, if you're not in the contest, how do you get in? If you are in the contest, how do you increase your chances to win? And I'll explain that. And then I'll just take questions, because the point is not for me to ramble on. The point is me to help you understand, learn more. And that'll be kind of the point of today. So it shouldn't be super long. Should be a nice brief one. And then we'll talk about, what happens after tonight. We're going to do another live stream tomorrow night. And I thank everybody for tuning in, because I know we were supposed to do it last night and due to technical difficulties, basically, we had to bump to tonight. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay and see me okay. And let's go right into it. So welcome, and let's talk about how to increase your chances. So before we do that, let's talk about the schedule. So tonight is Monday the 11th. We're talking about how to do the contest. And then tomorrow night, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to talk about Bunkies 101. And that is a presentation on just what is a Bunkie, how, what's it all about, what does it do, why do people use Bunkies. And then Thursday, we'll talk about how to build. So any questions you have about build-related things, we'll answer those on Thursday night. And then Sunday, what's it like to be a Bunkie lifer? We'll talk about that as well. And then the following week after that, like I said, Sundays, what's it like to be a Bunkie lifer. And then on Monday, we'll talk about earning Bunkie income. And then there's a little bit of a break as we gear up for the end of the contest, which is on Wednesday, the 27th of August. But we'll be kind of closing the contest on the 26th. Like we won't allow any new entries, and we'll be announcing the winner on the 27th. That's kind of how it's going to work. But before that, there's a very special presentation Monday the 25th, why we do this. I'll talk a little bit about our family story, how we got into Bunkies, and more importantly, how it's helped our family and how we've helped other families with it. So that's kind of the idea. So we'll announce the winner on the 27th and then kick off our end of summer sale, which is not just for the Americans, it's for everybody. But that'll kick off on Thursday the 28th. And that's kind of our agenda. That's kind of the schedule. You can mark your calendars if you want. There's little free reminders you can do. But that's basically how the contest runs. Now, I always like to show people exactly how to enter. So let's just do that before I show them how many millions of tabs I have. I'm going to open up a fresh tab here. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to pretend I'm a person that has never heard of Bunkie Life, and I'm going to figure out exactly how to enter the contest. Let's do that first. So what you want to do is you want to go to bunkielife.com and go to the contest. So how do I get there? Let me just share my screen and I'll show you exactly how to do it. And everything runs a little slower when you're live streaming. Okay, so this is what I'll type in to get there. And if you're currently in America, there's like a little thing that'll pop up at the top of the screen, but let me just share that. And once again, it's only to people that are residents of America. So if you're thinking, I'll just join in, well, don't, because you can't win unless you are in fact American. So, okay, so you guys see this? That's the page right there. bunkielife.com/bunkie-contest-2025, or just click on the banner at the top of the page, and this is what you'll see. So all you have to do to enter to win is enter your name and your email and click the little I accept the terms of the contest. Things like, I am a resident of America, where you live, etc. So that's kind of the deals. So I'm going to do testaroo, test at bunkielife.com. Okay, so that's the idea. So then you just got to click enter to win. That's all you have to do. Now you can find out more about the contest, who's won it in the past, what's the prize. It's our best-selling Bunkie, the Haven Ultra Bunkie with Loft. This is an example of one of the models, or one of the ways this model can be decked out. All the details are there, but you don't really need to get into that. You can just go boom here, enter to win. So if you haven't already done that, this is your chance. So click there. And then you'll be taken to this next page, which is what I wanted to explain briefly on this Zoom call. Okay, so this is what we call the contest scoreboard page. Everyone can see that okay? So this is where you can greatly increase your chances. And you notice here at the very top, it says watch live stream August 11th. That's tonight. You're watching it now. You're currently there. And I will tell you a code word to give you extra chances to win. Okay, so stay tuned for that code word. Okay, so, but you'll notice here there's tons and tons of other options too. So all of these things here are little actions you can take to greatly increase your chances to win. Now, how many chances can you get? Well, each one has different numbers. So if you listen tonight and listen for the code word, you can get 250 extra chances to win. If you answer the questionnaire, you get 999 chances to win. And there's little reminders we've set up for each one of these live streams that I just talked about. Each one of those is worth 100 if you sign up. You can watch us on Dragon's Den. There's just a ton of stuff. So if you want to go deep down the rabbit hole, there's so many cool things to check out. Little challenges, that type of thing as well. Okay, so what I encourage you to do is check out all of the above. Some of them are about the prize. Some of them are just educational things, videos to watch, etc. And we've got 15 days left before we announce the prize winner. So that's kind of everything you need to know. And what I suggest, the people that do really well in the contest, they bookmark this page and then they visit it, once every couple of days and just have it as their homepage or their bookmark page. And that's how you remind yourself to go and do all the extra things, because you can't really do them all in like 10 minutes. It's going to take you a little bit of time. And that's how they do really well. So that is kind of my little secret of how to greatly increase your chances to win. That's how to earn the points, and that's how to do all the extra things. Okay, does that make sense? Is everyone tracking with me there? Okay. Now let me go to the next part, which is common issues. Okay, let me just share a few common issues. This is the most common one we'll get. And it's gotten better every year, but the most common issue is people will, they'll go on this page here, right? And they'll do the thing, but they won't remember to come back. Hold on, I'm going to get this out of the way here. They won't remember to come back, right? And actually, so let's say the thing is you have to watch the Dragon's Den thing, right? You click it here. So I click there. I click there. I actually have to watch it and then come back and click the right answer. If I just watch it, if I just click here to watch this video, it'll open up a new page, and which is great, but you don't get the points like unless you actually go here and answer the right answer. So how much is Bunkie Life raised for Ronald McDonald? That's in this video that you'll click first. So first you click the link, watch the video, then you gotta click on the right answer. Okay. So if you don't actually click the right answer, it won't give you the points. That is probably the most common thing that I see people struggling with. That's the only way the contest knows that you did the thing is if you go back and click the right answer. And that's pretty much the number one common issue. Now, if you're listening for a code word like you are tonight, for example, there's a code word here. It's also multiple choice. Okay, cool. So I'll say one of those words. So we're trying to make a multiple choice, but if there's any that you have to type it in, it's the same idea. You still have to type in the right answer, otherwise it will not give you the points. So that's the most common issue, I would say. And if you have any other issues, there's going to be Q&A in just a brief second. So let me get out of sharing mode. So that's the most common issue, I would say. And every year we try to make the contest easier to navigate so that we're getting less things, I think I would say in general. So, okay. Those are the common issues. Any other issues that you're having with, not so much like, like contest issues, like with the platform, with clicking the right buttons, with understanding it. Any, not questions about bunkies, but questions about the Bunkie contest. I'm all ears. Brooke says, my video kept stopping. I would try again if you could on a different phone or computer. That probably sounds like a you issue, Brooke, potentially. Okay. The yellow button. Okay, cool. Okay, Elizabeth says everything worked for me so far. Okay, good. That's good feedback. If you already have any struggles, though, don't hesitate to yell them out or type them out, because I am here to help you if you have anything. Okay. We get people from Georgia. Welcome. Michigan. Love my Michiganders. Fantastic. Mid-Michigan. Great. Oh, Enjoy said I completed all of them. Well done. Big muscle up. I love it. Okay, cool. So you can do most of the things. Obviously, the live streams haven't happened yet, so you'll need to come back after the live streams happen. So that's one way to keep coming back. You can do most of the things, the challenge and stuff. Watching the videos, you can do those all kind of when you have a time. So, okay. One of those doesn't work. I've watched the video multiple times and never see the extra points. So, Linda, I would make sure that you have clicked on the right answer that you would have learned from the video. That would be my main piece of advice. It won't know that you watched the video unless you click on the actual right answer. And if for some reason it's not working, feel free to email us and we'll fix it. Any Florida peeps in the Bunkie? Yes, we do have clients in Florida. True story. Okay, cool. Monica says, I can't find the questionnaire. Let me show you, Monica. I think someone might have spelled it out, but let me show you. Okay, so if you go to the page, right? At the very top, it says answer the questionnaire. If you click on that button, it should pop up a new screen and then go here. So answer the questionnaire. Boom. So you click on that, and there's a whole... That's the most involved one. That's why it's worth so many points, is because it takes the longest amount of time. So I did that. Oh, and look, it gave me the points. So you notice here, now that I have the points, it no longer says plus 999, and you'll notice I now have, the default 50 points plus 999. I now have 1,049 chances to win. So it did add the points correctly. Everything seems to be working. Okay, that's good news. And I would know if things weren't working because we did 1,000 emails. Okay, Amanda says, I did everything except the podcast. I need to subscribe. Yes, subscribe to the podcast. That would be awesome. Has anyone ever won with less than 10 eateries? I think you might have meant to say entries, Candy. Well, everyone gets 50 points just for entering. So the minimum you can have is 50, and I think someone's won with just 50 points. Probably not the last couple of years. Usually the people that win have at least 1,000 points. It's not that hard to get, 2,000 or 3,000 points. Just boom, 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 do all the things. And then of course the biggest way to get the biggest way to get points is this is the second hack. Okay, so do all the things. We mentioned that. I don't think anyone's having any problems. Let me just make sure. Hello from Tulsa, Tina. I love my Oklahomians. Fantastic. Okay, people are saying yes, I was able to complete everything. Okay, let me give you the extra. I'm gonna spill the extra tea about how to completely dominate. Everything worked for me, Ron says. Okay, very good. Louisiana, awesome. Columbia Heights, Minnesota, fantastic. So far, so good. My third contest. I thought I recognized you. That's awesome. Okay. I've only signed up through email. I can't seem to do anything else. Well, I would go back to that page, the scoreboard page, and see if you can get other things to work. Okay. Have you had any issues insulating bunkies? Marissa, we're going to talk about how to build tomorrow night. So let's talk about that tomorrow night. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to say, have you said the code word? Yes, I will say the code word later on in this live stream. It all worked for me. Just make sure to hit the back button on the browser to refresh. Okay, that's good to know. I can't find the scoreboard. Okay, let me type that in for you one more time. It's bunkielife.com. It's bunkie-contest-scoreboard. Okay. So just make sure you guys can see that okay, right? So bunkielife.com/bunkie-contest-scoreboard. That is how, if you type that in, it'll take you right back to the scoreboard. Now, you may have to log back in using your email. Sometimes if your browser forgets who you are and you delete all your cookies or clear your cache or whatever they call it, you might need to type in the same email you used to enter back in. All right. Okay, but I alluded that I would give you some extra secrets of how to rock the contest even harder. Let me share that. Okay, this is the extra secret. Okay, so let me share this. This is the biggest thing. Okay, so invite your friends to join the contest as well. Okay, so for every friend you refer into the contest, you get 600 extra chances to win. Now, what does that mean? See this little link here? If I copy and paste this and say text it to my mom and say, Mom, you got to enter this contest. It's for people in America and you could win this Bunkie. It's amazing. Do it for sure. And she actually takes the time to go there, enter her name and email in the contest, I will get 600 extra chances to win. Now, it's very important that I actually share this specific link and that she shares this specific, or she clicks this specific link and uses it to enter. If I just say, hey, Mom, Bunkie Life's amazing, go enter their contest, there's no way for the contest to know that it was me that told my mom to do that. But if I shared this link, the contest will know and it will award me those 600 extra chances to win. So what I've noticed over the years, having done this 13, 14 times now, the people that, do all the things, they have a great chance of winning. The people that go extra above and beyond, that share it with their friends and family, they do even better, and they increase their chances to win. And a lot of times, the way they do that is they share it, say, like at their work or on different Facebook groups, as long as it's allowed, right? Don't do it. Don't break the rules of the group. But if the group allows sharing of cool stuff, you could say, hey, please enter the contest, and you can click on my link. And so you got to find groups of people that are family people, because Bunkie Life people tend to be family people, that have property, because that tends to be people that want to build a bunkie, and that live in the USA. So that if you can find family people that have a property that live in the USA and find ways to reach them or groups of them, that is how you take it to the next level. Okay. But don't spam anybody, right? Don't send anyone a message that they wouldn't want to get. Okay. Only send it to people that would be into receiving your message. Okay. Hope that's helpful. Okay. Do they come wired for electricity? Jennifer, that is a question about bunkies. We'll answer it tomorrow night. Bunkies 101. We'll definitely do that. Okay. But tonight we're just talking about the contest, and I'm actually going to change that. Common contest issues. Common contest issues. That's what I'll call this. Okay. So, but I appreciate the question. I will get to it. I promise you. But let's talk about it at one of the, tomorrow evening at 8:00 Eastern Standard Time. How many in the contest overall? I don't know exactly, but I know it's not zero. There is currently a couple hundred people just on this live stream that I can see. So it's gonna be big. Coming to visit you all next spring. Awesome, Kelly. Looking forward to having you. That's great. I love when people come visit us. We had some folks from Wisconsin, obviously a lot of Michiganders and New Yorkers, but somebody drove from Wisconsin, and then someone flew in from Texas not too long ago too, which was so cool. So generous of you to offer this contest. Much appreciated. Thanks, Tracy. Appreciate that. Okay. I would love one for my daughter. She's highly functioning autistic. Would be perfect to help with her independence. Very cool. And yeah, that's cool. Wish you all the best of luck. Build an apothecary. What is that? Is that a bee house? Or I don't know what apothecary is. I should know that. Okay, cool. I had to quit and restart the browser for the points to work. I'm assuming the contest you mean. That's cool. Advice I have is trying to find the scoreboard. Pretend you're re-entered in context and then it signs you back in. That is great advice, Christine Tysor. Thank you for reminding everyone and reminding me too. That's the key. My question is, when I win, can I choose a different model? Okay. We definitely, in the past, we've allowed people to swap out their model for, like, say, as long as it's the same price or something, that's fine. Some people don't want us to. It sounds like Jackie doesn't want a 2-story model. We're a small family business. We're open to making it work. We just have to make sure we comply with the rules of the contest, because I know that as this gets bigger, we every year we do a little bit more hardcore. We just need to make sure that we comply with the rules. So as long as we can do it within the rules in your state, then yes, we can swap it out. Love Ronald McDonald House. They gave us a place to stay while our first baby was in the NICU. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that. And I'm glad that I hope it turned out okay, Linda. But how long is the live stream? This one will probably be about half an hour. Sometimes the other ones, because there's more technical questions, it might be a little bit longer, but this one I think will probably wrap up, and as long as I get everyone's questions out of the way. That's what I try to make sure I get everyone's questions. Okay. All right, so people are just saying entered all the chances to okay, cool. Is there a second prize? There are smaller prizes. So if you don't win the main prize, which is, of course, the Haven Ultra Bunkie, there's some smaller prizes as well. That's explained on the contest scoreboard page, which is right here. All right. Family can only enter if they don't live in the same household. I think it's one. I don't know if it's broken down by household. Gabriel, could you chime in on that one? But I think it's actually per person. I sent a message to people to sign up, but I didn't send them a special link. Monica, thanks for your honesty, but no, you will not get the point. So make sure you use that very special link. Let me show you once again where to find it. You go to the scoreboard page. You click here. Boom. Even this convenient little button that will just copy and paste it for you. Boom, it's copied. Now it's in my clipboard, and I just copy paste to people. So that's how you do that. But if you didn't do it, say, oh wait, don't sign up yet. Use my link. You can still, maybe there's still time to save it. Okay, that's my advice to you. My phone's about to die. Did I say the word? I did not say the word yet. Good evening from Delaware. Got a spot here in Montana. Awesome. This is great. Actually, we sent a bunch of bunkies in Montana, and it's always cool to get the photos of people building out in the prairies. Very cool. Do you have any bunkies to visit in upstate New York? Yes, we do. We're also not far from upstate New York if you want to come over and see us, if you have your passport. We're not crazy drive from upstate New York, but yes, we do. If you email, pretty much we got bunkies across the nations now. So if you want to see one in person, if you're serious, my suggestion is email us and we can maybe set that up. Okay. Do you have any in Wyoming? Yes, we do. We have a map I might be able to show you, but I want to make sure I have the permission to share that map before I just share everybody. But we got maps of all over. We got pretty much, I think we went to 42 U.S. states this past year. So, yeah. Here's a great question. It's not really about contest, but I'll allow it. Kent Younger. Being a Canadian business, how does the new tariffs affect the contest? So far, 0% tariffs. We're still under the old trade deal. So much bluster about nothing. But so far, no tariffs. It's only open to USA. That is correct, Sandra. Although we love our Canadians. We are Canadians. We've done lots of Canadian-only contests. So I'm sure we'll do more for Canada. But just this specific one is our first time trying out USA only. Do you offer financing? Yes, we do, John. Check out bunkielife.com/financing. Okay. What's the location furthest you ever sold to? I mean, California. Probably, no, Alaska. Well, I don't know. Either Alaska or California is pretty far. Newfoundland's pretty far, really. Let's be honest. I mean, they're both huge countries, but like the Alaska, California, or Newfoundland, I think are probably. There's no tariffs, as I said earlier. Boom. Okay. I was just talking about your bunkies over dinner with Trevor Butler and Louise. That's cool. Nice. Oh, an apothecary is a natural herb place like teas, soaps. Okay, that's what I've thought before. Okay. I had stage 4 cancer and used natural herbs. Wow, that's awesome. That is cool. I mean, not that you had cancer, but that it helped soothe some of your issues. Okay. My parents live in Florida. That would be nice when they visit. Very cool. All right. Well, does the contest include shipping? I believe this time it does up to a certain amount. So I think up to $2,000 will cover, which covers 98% of North America. Well, roughly. Yeah. So it's pretty much almost yes this time around. We just made it simple, so it just includes it all, which allowed us to include more states. Okay. Is it per person or per email? It's per person, Alberto. If you could, please don't don't fake a bunch of emails, because we do have ways of catching people to do that. Do not do that. This is a big question. Karen, I'd say email me. We might be able to help, but we're not real. Once again, we're not really tiny homes. We're bunkies. Different category, but maybe we can make something help. Okay. I had a bunkie for over a year. That's awesome. Maybe this is the year. Okay. Fairbanks, Alaska. Yeah, we're going to Alaska, I think this year or next. When did you guys start the company? Unofficially 2015, but officially like incorporated in 2017. So I was kind of building bunkies, renting them out in 2015 and 16, and then we incorporated a business and started selling to other people outside of like friends and family in 2017. And then we formed Bunkie Life America in 2021. So, yeah. I would love you to visit your HQ, but until then, I'll use the map and try to visit. Yes, for sure. If you email us, and we can connect to you that way. We also do virtual tours, which is almost as good. So we do a lot of our stuff over video from the factory. How long does it take to ship once purchased? It depends on how backlogged we are. Right now, we're kind of shipping like September, so not crazy backlog right now. It can be longer though in the spring, especially. Which 8 are we not in? I don't know if we went to North Dakota and Hawaii. I know we haven't gone to Hawaii yet, but we do have a good wait list for Hawaiians. If you have bunkies in every state, you could do a YouTube series, 50 bunkies in 50 states. That would be cool. That would be super cool. Do you still have a dealer in Oklahoma? No, we have we've never had a dealer, but we had kind of a drop place to ship to, Cheryl. So I think we still do have locations we can ship from, but generally speaking, we just kind of go right from the factory right to people's houses now, because that actually tends to be faster and simpler. So that's what we're doing mostly. Just purchased land in Alabama, so we're ready to go. Awesome, Cheryl. Okay. I would love to see one in person if any exist near Travis. Yeah, totally, Molly. Email me. I got 3 people I could connect you with that are great, not too far from Traverse City. I'd love to see a tour of how the bunkies are cut. Yes, we do tours of our factory here in Rockwood, Ontario. And if you want to come by, we'd love to have you, Nancy, if you're close at all to Ontario ever. We're near Toronto, Canada. Or we do virtual tours, like I said. Okay. All right. I'm trying to get to the bottom. There's lots of great questions here. What state you're not in? I don't know all the states, but I know Hawaii. We haven't gone to Hawaii yet. Okay. Is there a time limit to enter the special code word? Okay. No, there's not. I'm going to say it. And of course, this will be recorded and you can watch it again later if you missed up. Okay. Let me just address this one. Sandra, totally get it. A Canadian company is offering this to USA. So we've done several we've done actually almost a dozen Canadian only contests. So, I would like to think that our fellow Canadians would be happy that we're making a product in Canada, shipping it to the USA, kind of a win for both countries. So would appreciate your support on it, Sandra. Understand if we don't have it, but we have to sell bunkies to anyone who will buy them. Not anyone who will buy them. We have to sell bunkies to people that want them. So that's both our American friends and our Canadian friends, and we don't apologize for that. So, yeah. Oh, you're right in the middle of hurricanes. Yeah, we have had some bunkies hit with hurricanes. Most of them held up very well. Actually, all of them held up very well that I've heard of. Yeah. We'll have one here in Idaho. I think we've gone to Idaho once or twice. Okay, these are great questions. We have bought property in the UP. We're building our bunkie there. I love the UP. I really love the UP a lot. And I love UPers. UPers are the best. If you don't know, that's the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Are you still planning to open an office in the U.S.? Eventually, that is still on the plan. Yes, we're going to keep our factory in Canada and potentially add one in America. Okay, I got to the bottom of the questions. What if I entered under 2 emails? Is there a way to eliminate one so I don't get disqualified? Eric, there is. Email info@bunkielife.com. We'll sort that out. If you know which emails, it's a bit annoying, but we will do it for you. So just email us and we'll sort that out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cynthia says, we love our neighbors to the north. Glad you're still doing business. I just want to make the clear point here that we love Canada. We are Canadians. We love Americans. Right. And what I've found generally, having traveled in the U.S. a lot, including last week, is Americans, Canadians, we're all pretty much on the same page here. the governments are going to do their random things above us and pretend like they're the boss. But like the reality is the people on both sides of the border are pretty much, generally speaking, friendly, nice, kind people that just want to work and cooperate. That's been my experience across the board. And so, the actions of our government, your government, whatever government, I mean, I don't take that personally because that's just, politicians being politicians. So I'm not political. Our company's not political. We're not going to talk politics here. But I hope that I have, everyone's support in the fact that we're going to sell to Canadians, which is where we are from, where we're always going to be a Canadian company, and also Americans, and who knows where it'll grow from there. So yeah, enough said about that. I'm not going to comment on that again. The Youpers was a hilarious music group in the 80s. Okay, I'm going to Google that, Greg. Awesome. What state are you looking into for the factory in the USA? We're looking all over, but we're kind of zooming in on Tennessee, Mississippi area for a lot of logistical reasons. Okay. Any Bunkie Life jobs in the USA? Not yet, Trisha. There's a roadmap, but maybe hopefully one day soon. No need to bring politics. I agree. Okay. That's all I'll say about politics. So, okay, this is how the contest works. I want to just make sure that I haven't left anybody out. If you have contest-related questions, I'm here for you. And if not, that's cool too. Like, we don't have to talk about politics anymore. I think I got most of the Q&A. If you got further questions, you can shoot them here. But if not, I'm going to say the code word, and I'm going to show you exactly how to go and enter it in, so there's no confusion. Okay. Okay. Someone said I love Canada. Where did I go? What did I go to college for? Physics and math and education. So I have a physics and math degree / teacher's degree, which I don't really use. I'll be honest with you. I'm doing very basic math with Bunkies, and my educational experience is just teaching my kids to, basic math too. So that's where I'm at in life. Okay, Missouri is right in the middle with lots of lumber. Good quality. For some reason, the word bunkie sounds Australian. Maybe. It's actually an Ontario Canadian term for bunk house. How long does it take to put a bunkie together? Most people take 2 to 3 to 4 days. Two on the simpler ones, 3 or 4 on the bigger ones. Okay. All right, code word excitement. Are we excited about code words? I want to make sure I wasn't leaving anyone out in terms of questions about the contest, though. All right. Okay. I think we've gotten to the bottom. So let me show you exactly how to enter this code word verbatim. Let's do it together. Okay. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to the contest. So first you have to go to your Bunkie Life contest scoreboard page, right? Make sure you're signed in. If it says enter again, just enter your email like you're entering again. Then you're going to go to the purple button for the live stream you just watched. In this case, this is the August 11th live stream. I'm going to click it. Okay. What was the code word that David mentioned on the live stream? Okay. So now I've got some options here. I actually don't know which is the correct one. Okay. Gabriel just texted me. Okay. So there's 4 options here. Okay. So I'm going to say the code word out loud and then I'm going to click it. Okay. So is it Bunkie? Is it blue? Is it family? Is it tiger? I'm going to tell you right now. It is family. That code word is family. So you go here and you're going to click on family. Okay. So do that and it should give you the points. So let me just make sure it does. It does. Okay. So notice here that now there's no plus 100 next to, or whatever it was next to, it's 200 points, right? So it doesn't say that anymore because it added the points to my points. So now I've got the points. Boom. You with me? You follow me? Okay. All right. Okay. So you got the idea. So that code word, once again, is family. And that's how the contest works. That's why you should tune into all the live streams. They're always fun. They're always entertaining. You'll learn something. And heck, you're going to get more chances to win this contest. And you never know what's going to happen. We might have special guests. We might have prizes, other things like that. So stay tuned. We got more live streams. In fact, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be talking about, let me just go back. I will be talking about Bunkies 101. Everything you want to know about bunkies, but we're too scared to ask. And then on Thursday, I'll be talking about how to build a bunkie. So all your build-related questions, we'll talk about it then. And then on Sunday, which is 6 days from today, what's it like to be a bunkie lifer? And then on Monday, so 1 week from today, we'll talk about how to earn bunkie income. If you're someone that wants to earn extra income from your bunkie, pay off your bunkie in just 4 to 6 months, like I did, you can do that. Learn all about it on Monday. It's kind of an optional live stream, I would say. But then, of course, the end of the contest on Monday, so 2 weeks from today, we'll be talking about why we do this and then announcing the winner on Wednesday, the 27th of August. We'll have a brief end of summer sale. You don't want to miss any of that. It's going to be wild. So see you tomorrow night. Don't you dare do anything else. Set your watch, set your alarm, set your whatever you got to set. Best of luck to everybody, and we will see you all tomorrow night.